Dark Souls 3, The Convergence, is my favorite way to play Dark Souls 3. But some people I know would definitely have a hard time with a game like this, and so I'm here to show you what I consider to be one of the easiest ways to get ahead early.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, indeed. Boom. The only thing that really matters is your starting class. Pyromancer is a great starting class. But I'm gonna go for Isolith Legionnaire. Burial Gift, you can go with whatever you want. I'm gonna go with Smoldering Skulls, but there's not. Actually, no, I think I'm gonna go for Homeward Bones. There's nothing to it, really. So, I will say, this gives you one of the hardest starts to the game, because the damage type you deal is the damage type with the um the damage type that the boss resists the most. However, it does not mean that it is immune. You can start the game as this class and get past the tutorial. Now, you may be wondering why I chose Isolith Legionnaire instead of Pyromancer if I'm going for um, well, you saw what I named my character. And, well, it's because of the dex. Genuinely, it's because of the dex. Um, we are going straight for a very specific item. And in order to use it, we need a, some fairly high stat requirements. It's been a while since I last fought this guy. So, heads up, I'm probably not gonna win this first fight because yeah, it's hard. You gotta be really lucky or really good. I am not really good. Sure, I have like a couple hundred hours in this game, a couple hundred hours in Dark Souls 1, and a couple hundred hours in Elden Ring, but not that good, okay? Trust me. And By the way, to make your life easier, this boss is weak to magic damage. There's some magic pots down there where there are normally fire bombs. Man, I love this new reskin of the Falling Star Beast. Does the move right after I said that? Fudge. Elmer Fudd. This boss took me a while. I'm probably gonna cut out most of these attempts if I don't get it soon. But yeah, you want to start out with either Pyromancer or Izalith Legionnaire. And I think that I didn't realize that would one-shot me. That's mildly upsetting. Ignore my Discord notifications going off. If you can even hear them. I don't know if you can, but you know. You do want to make sure that you get in this crit because it does a lot of damage. No, it doesn't. It really doesn't. It does get you ahead, but it's not massive by any means. And boom, dead. Only 10 minutes into the recording. It's fine, I'll keep it all. Yeah, yeah. Professionals here, definitely, definitely. What are my stats? I think they're good for now. No, I think I need one in both. Probably need... Okay, well. So, 2 bosses in, we're going to be doing good for ourselves. We're going to be using one of the best weapons in the game, in my opinion. Yeah, it's that stupid fast. I'm gonna level up my strength to 11. And then I'm gonna head to High Wall. Now, strength is definitely the least used stat. You shouldn't level it higher than like 12. Just because we're not going to be using it. If you do want to get a high enough strength stat to use some sort of regular weapon, like just a spear or something, do it. But it's not a necessity by any means. Um, but the reason I say that is because the build we're going for, if it isn't obvious already, is faith int, faith int, faith intelligence, and in order to achieve greatness with faith int, we're going to be using a lot of fire damage. And the problem is, with fire damage, some things are very resistant to fire. Things that are resistant to fire are usually not resistant to dark or magic, though. Like the first boss, which was super resistant to fire, is fairly weak to magic. We have access to all types of damage except for lightning, which, if you just put a slightly heavier focus on faith than int, you can work in lightning into your build. Faith int has, in this mod, literally every damage type at its disposal. It's kinda busted. We also have access to some of the coolest weaponry in the game. We have access to pyromancy flames, conjuration flames as they're called in the mod, because it's not just pyromancies. Yep. How am I alive? Oh, well, I'm not. Thank you, random furniture objects. I love you. Yeah, I'm not the best at this game. I'm not too horrible, but I'm not the best. I die from time to time. If I remember right, this right here. Yeah, okay, so this is our first mimic. And in a strength dex playthrough, I'm pretty sure he'd be a huge stepping stone for us. But this is the opposite of that. So take that as you will. Don't need the binoculars, so I'm not going to go up and grab them. We aren't really going to be using shields in this run, But now I'm not gonna do a full run here because full run in one episode would suck because I'm also not great at the game, like I said. Um, but you know, what? That hits you through the hiding spot? Yeah, you can hide in this little area normally, at least. And now I'm mad. I thought I was safe. Just skip those enemies. Bruh. Bruh. That is by far the most dangerous one. It hits everywhere. That's upsetting. We are very much a glass cannon currently, so do your best not to take as much damage as possible. The focus right now is getting to Vort. That's basically it. Right, you. I really hate you. I'm alive. I'm alive. What? Boom. And now we're mostly safe. The Lothric Knight can come through, but nobody else can. And honestly, we don't really have to do anything in here. For now, we just gotta go to Vort. I will say though, I forgot to do some things earlier. Fudge. So, at this next bonfire, I'm gonna do a little change of plans and go back and finish what I forgot to do. Now, of course, I'm sure that people who have played Dark Souls a lot, or Dark Souls 3 a lot, know what I'm planning on doing. Thank you, sir. And rather, what I forgot to do, Firelink Shrine. There's a flask upgrade. There's a really nice covenant that we're going to be abusing. And I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. The stock Unkindled Warriors Covenant? How can you abuse that? Let me tell you, my friend. We are going to be killing absurd amounts of enemies. So, in case you want to put on the Firekeeper armor set, don't. Unless you want to do a lot more grinding, don't. The armor set we have on now is somewhat crucial to our plans. Now, we're not going to be using the Uchi too much, but I will say that we will be making use of the katana. It's way later in the game, though. Oh, I say way later. We could probably get it. Hmm. 3 bosses in, I think. Yeah. Anyway, I forgot more things. I'm sorry, I'm all out of whack. I don't normally record things. You know this. You see how many videos I have uploaded on my channel. Oh wow, man, tree jump. Wow, look at tree jump. Yeah, they put that in so you didn't have to do the tree jump, which is fine, I guess. You can still do tree jump. I remember seeing one YouTuber do a playthrough of this. What inspired me to get this mod, actually. And he was upset you couldn't do tree jump still, which, like, you totally can. But, yeah. Alright. Best ring in the game, baby. Thanks, man. I'm not gonna use this. I'm physically unable. It'd be neat to have a few stock invasions in the pool for offline players, or if you happen to get them, online players. Just like one per area. So, you might notice that our damage is gonna be, well, I would say what our damage is gonna be, but let me fight him again and show you. Um, you might see our damage is gonna be not all that bad. Yeah, the weapon art should really be used primarily for closing gaps. And I'm just gonna chill in here, hit R1 a few times. You know how it is. Boom. Vort is really easy. I think that's another. Oh, that's 10k souls. I want to say, yeah, okay. Now, I'm not fully sure if I need to, but I am going to pump our stats by 1. and an extra point of health never hurt anybody. Cough cough, not really comfortable with having 666 health. Cough cough. And so in 30 minutes, we're out of High Wall. In 30 minutes, we're in Undead Settlement. And we're gonna be blazing through this area too. What you're gonna wanna do, is just run straight through the gate. If you run through fast enough, you can aggro them before they come through, so they won't move, and then the gate won't close behind them, which saves a good bit of time. I will say, you should grab this. I baited that dog so hard right there. You could almost say that I'm a master of baiting. Only the real ones know the joke. Like, comment, subscribe if you got the joke. Estus Shard because I didn't get the one in High Wall. Ember. So, you actually get through Undead Settlement a very different way in this mod. Well, can get through Undead Settlement a very different way. There's a bonfire here. You notice that there wasn't one earlier. There's one here. And through this door is... well, you can see it for yourself, right? That's already where we're at. However, gonna make it even cooler. This bridge was added. Now you might not be sure where this leads, but I assure you, it's another bonfire. This is going to be the last bonfire we're going to interact with until we leave Undead Settlement. I forgot to pick up Loretta's bow. Let me head back and get that. Now, you might be thinking, why pick up Loretta's bone if I've shown no interest in Greyrat? Well, that's because, this mod basically starts everybody in Firelink already. And even adds a couple new NPCs. They all now have associated covenants, and they have associated... well, they just got their own stuff going on, pretty much. But they don't really have quests anymore, which kind of sucks, but hey. Also, as far as I can tell, they completely removed the Sieg. So... yeah, I know, it's painful. But, in any case, that's not even Loretta's bone. That's the Tome of the Conclave. That is another... it's a scroll, spellbook, whatever. It's a Braille Divine Tome But for a certain man who we are going to be getting one of our favorite damage sources from. I'm gonna go to Dilapidated Bridge. Is it stopped? It is stopped by walls. Cringe. Now, a big boon is going to be held by one rat in particular. Bloodbite Ring. Now, you might be thinking, why that? Why is that such a big deal, huh? The bite rings are neat. Wrong. The bite rings are amazing. Might as well put it on. Don't have any reason not to. Grants bleed immunity. It grants immunity. Fleshbite Ring just kind of raises them all by a little. Raises your resistances all by a little bit. But no, each of the individual bite rings grant immunity. It's busted. Poison Bite Ring is also huge. Now I'm gonna go make peace with the giant, just because it's helpful. And then I'm gonna... Fudge, wrong one. Now, we're not gonna really be using this in Covenant. It's a primarily int-based Covenant, as you can see. However, you could branch out into it if you wanted to. This is also the best weapon in the game, but yeah, it's not really a Covenant item. It's just stored here, basically. Technically, we could use these, but not really. Paired katanas? Oh, well then. Anyway, this is primarily an int Covenant. We are not an int build, so keep in mind, I will say, while I do love this playthrough and how to get started with this method, I haven't finished the game playing like this yet. I do pretty much know what I'm doing. I'm just having... Oh, come on. Really? Really, bro? Really? Come on, bro. Bye-bye. Well then. And so now, it's Road of Sacrifices time, right? No. What's over here, you might be thinking? Mall of the Dead. A bunch of bones. Enter the catacombs of Carthus. Yup. You can enter Carthus this early. this is how we're gonna be getting into Irithyll early. And I'm not gonna be defeating any other bosses until we can make our way into Irithyll. You might be wondering how that's possible. Shortcuts, me lad, shortcuts. That was just one shortcut in this game. There are a lot of shortcuts, though. Here the dude is. Chug. Now I'm gonna show you the easy way through this area. Which is to say, the cool way. Which is to say, it's just the fast way. You want to break the furthest wall right there. It's an invisible, hidden, whatever wall. Illusory wall, I think is the actual term for it. And there's a bonfire here. Boom, we're halfway through the area. No, I'm not joking. Then we just come through this little dark area. Don't really need to pick up those Titanite shards, but you can. Did I go to the wrong area? I did. Well, you don't need to come down here. Listen, I mostly know what I'm doing, okay? I didn't practice this run. I didn't practice. What, you think I'm gonna practice for a video? Who do you think I am? Somebody serious? Gravewort and Cryomancy Tome, that's also going to be a big one. That's going to be a source of dark damage. And we're up. Not going to be making use of that gem, ever. And boom. Shortcut open. Now, we get to have some more fun by doing things the wrong way. And by doing things the wrong way, I don't mean doing things the wrong way at all. I mean, just not doing the things you are expected to go do. We're heading straight to Smoldering Lake. And if you have played a lot of vanilla Dark Souls 1, or Dark Souls 3, then you'll know why Smoldering Lake is so huge for so early into the game. I'm 40 minutes in, and I'm in the biggest area for my build already. Also, the Mimic cannot solo this guy. Trust me, I've tried several times. The Mimic never wins. And neither do I, apparently. Thank you, Dark Souls. I love you. You're my favorite game series. Really isn't. It is not. Xenoblade is my favorite game series. Terraria is my favorite game. Dark Souls isn't any of those. Dark Souls is my second favorite game series. So, also, another thing. I don't remember what the Mimic drops down here in Convergence. Because I just never interact with him because there's no real reason to. Because the Black Blade is not in his possession. It is right here. And you might notice a little symbol next to it. That is the Grave Infusion symbol. You might have already noticed things like my sword having the Flame Infusion symbol. Or Chaos Infusion, rather. I'm sorry. Broken Manacle. But, yeah, a lot of weapons in this game, a lot of special weapons, come prepackaged with infusions. I'm gonna sit here for a second, contemplate my life choices, and then hit the road. We're gonna be heading straight for the Demon Ruins. Also, yeah, in order to get into the boss, instead of having to just get past the worm and so going up there, there are these little towers, and there's, you know those enemies that fling the orbs into the air? Yeah. You gotta kill these guys. The whole area is resistant to my fire damage, so, you know. But it'll explode that fire in a really nice effect, and doing that will delete one of the 3 lights up there, and eventually you'll get access to the boss, who is a complete pushover with this build. Because, like I said, we have access to every damage type. So, for now, we're basically going to be just running past all our problems. What I'm trying to do is remember the way to the bonfire, because if we can get to the bonfire, then that's it. We win, basically. The bonfire has like so many key pieces of the build in one place. It's almost unreal. No, not there. Thank you, Mr. Capra Demon. I believe it's through here. It is. Okay, phew. The only thing that matters right now is this bonfire. Oh, okay. And so now, right, we're right at the Irithyll Disciples thingy. Chaos Remnants. Irithyll Disciples. Chaos Beam and Detonation. Detonation is my favorite spell in the game. Demonic Dual Swords, I haven't used them, but they seem really nice. And you may think, why haven't I used them? They seem like the perfect weapon for the build. Because there's an even more perfect weapon for our build. And it's just at the end of the area. You just gotta... You can fall down on top of these guys if you really want to, but no reason to, really. Dropped an item. Stifled Flame. What element was that? Did that say dark? Oh no, it's stone.
I thought it would be stone, but it looked like it was dark for a second. So now we're about to get our favorite weapon. Oh, Zorig! Haha, joke's on you. There's no Zorig in this area. There's crab!
Yep, that's right. Crab time, baby. But crab isn't what we're here for. We're here for that item there. Where's the flamestone plate ring? Ignore that. Oh, what's going on? Ignore my alt tabs. If you could see them. I actually did not know if you could see them. No, I'm not looking at the wiki. No. I'm not looking at the wiki. Why would I be looking at the wiki? What kind of nerd looks at wikis, you know? Like, that would be so cringe right now. Couldn't be me. Oh, so... Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, cool. Anyways, I just remembered, right where the flamestone plate ring is at, which is going to be a huge boon for us in this area. It's going to be absolutely massive, because, demon ruins. Everybody does fire damage. It's a little silly. We climb back up. That, and then, boom, that body bag there. Stone plate ring. By the way, there's another covenant in there that's mostly dex focused, daggers focused, that sort of thing. So take that as you will. And now I'm gonna throw that on in place of that. I'm actually just gonna drop down. It's way easier. I don't remember if it actually helps with getting the item. I don't remember if it lessens the damage from the lava. But I hope it does. Fudge. Do I need to expand my health pool? So that way I can get that item. Because, you know. Should I, like, see if fast rolling will help? Flame dash definitely will help, actually. Flame dash is kind of busted. You can use it to skip a fair portion of Irithyll dungeon. I keep wanting to call Irithyll Izalith just because of how much lore stuff from my build comes from Izalith. Boom. Nothing else matters. We are almost done with our build. Literally the only thing left to do is farm for those 2 spells and to be able to use them. And then we're done. I was right. Here we are, boys. Blade of the Fallen Prince. Now you might be thinking, what's so special about this sword? This. I have a laser beam sword now, guys. It travels through walls. So, I'm gonna teach you how to use this thing. It has an insane AR, AP, whatever, of 415 base, right? I have essentially base stats except for my dexterity being a little higher. And now it all depends on if you're wanting to fight the Crystal Sage. Because if you're willing to go for Crystal Sage, there is a wonderful farming spot for Covenant items. If you don't want to do Crystal Sage, there's a worse but still usable spot right here that we're going to be making use of. So, the Blade of the Fallen Prince, like I said, is a laser beam sword. And it has a lot of range. And it has a lot of range. Excuse me. It has a lot of range. Thing is, the blade is fairly narrow, or the beam is fairly narrow, so it might be a little difficult to get things to work for you. What am I doing wrong? There. There we go. That's what one cycle should look like. So, essentially you get like 6 kills per cycle, like this, and you really just gotta walk around and then do this. Yeah, you gotta aim higher then. The problem with this sword, I will admit, is if you want to actually hit things, use the overhead. If you want to free aim, you can use the swipe. Because the swipe, for some reason, angles a little higher than it probably should. So you really gotta use the overhead if you want precision. Let's see how many Chaos Remnants I have. 11? If I remember right, I either need 20 or I need 30, so I'm gonna go for 30, just to be on the safe side. And if you angle it right, you can even get... No, it's a bit further. Or just, no, not nearly high enough. If you really want to aim for him, there's another guy up there where the binoculars are. You can hit him from down here, but it kind of sucks to do. You basically got to do it by accident if you want to do it ever. Because it's just so hard to hit. By the way, yeah, you can try and kill that guy with this sword. It's not even hard. Yeah, see that guy. Binoculars. He hides behind some boxes here. guess he felt like coming out, seeing us today. So this is a very lightweight build. Yeah. How many did I say I was on? 11? Okay. Actually, I think I'm going to show you a little bit more. Now, I know this video is long, but I'm trying to make it... I'm doing this on the spot. I literally don't have a script or anything. I just felt like doing this today, so I'm doing it right now. So, I'm going to show you where you can get some other really cool stuff, like a lot of money. And the place where you can get a lot of other cool stuff, including a lot of money, is going to be everyone's favorite place, where the ballista normally is. That's sort of a lie. I'm not actually going to stay there. I'm going to use that place to get to another place. Now that's... I'm sure that sounded like I'm going to be glitching someplace or wrong warping, but no, I'm not. What I'm gonna be doing is, well, I'll let you see. I'll let you see. Also, you might be thinking about where our good friend Mr. Nightslayer Zorig is. Wait. I want to say that it's... this one? Oh, no. That's just my armor set over here. That's Demon Scar. I have no clue where it is. Totally not gonna go look it up on the wiki. No, that would be cringe. People who use wikis are cringe. People who use wikis are cringe. Spell tools, conjuration tools. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I was still on track to go getting it. I just forgot where it was at. Anyways, here's Zorig. You can kill him now if you want, but you don't have to. Yes, you can kill him now. You can kill him at level 22. You can kill him 53 minutes into your playthrough. Now that's a nice armor set if you feel like using it. Now you don't only need to use that, but I think it's fun enough to where I'm basically only going to use that. There we are. Boom. Now I'll let you see the effect. It's cool, right? And also right here is a basically direct upgrade to the flame that I already have. Um, such a direct upgrade that I'm literally just gonna use it now. I'm just gonna equip it now. It's just that much better. Anyways, yeah. You can travel straight to Irithyll Dungeon. And if you remember, Irithyll Dungeon is really far into Irithyll. Like, the regular Irithyll area. Also, now you can see my damage properly, because I'm not in an area with a bunch of enemies that are resistant to my damage type. Look at this, look at this, watch. Watch this. Look at that. This area is super compact. It's a nice farming spot if you want it to be. Oh. Well, that was a living corpse. Didn't know that about this game. Don't have any pyromancy tomes, though, do I? Yeah, I only have... like cryomancy, geomancy, essence tomes. Now, if you want to, you can be careful going through this area. Also, do y'all see how cost efficient using this weapon art is? Like, you can spam it all you want to and not even really use up your focus. You are 100% of the time going to run out of stamina before you run out of mana. I don't care how much stamina you have or how little mana you have. You are going to run out of stamina first. You could have 99 endurance. Is that the stat? Yeah, you can have 99 endurance. And 8 attunement. I don't know how low attunement goes. I would assume it's 8. And you can have that much attunement. You will still probably run out of you will still probably run out of stamina before you run out of laser beam juice. Focus. Now, to get through this area, it's not the hardest thing ever. You just gotta... Yeah, that room is super easy. I am gonna actually rest at this bonfire level up my HP a little. Stick another point into strength. And then focus on getting up my faith and intelligence up to the point where I don't need to wear this horrible armor set, because this armor set sucks. Anyway, you want to watch out for that attack. And you also want to watch out for that guy. Okay. Couldn't climb up on here with me. Now we're just about at the Church of Yorshka. And the Church of Yorshka is very important because it's got 3 things that we kind of want. First is this checkpoint in Irithyll proper. No, you can't go grab this. It's not a big reason why we're here, but you can go grab this. Well, let me find a solution to those guys. How's about that? There we are. Now what I was going to say is you can collect this if you want, but you don't have to. By the way, I will say this. Don't try to use weapon buffs on this sword using the weapon art applies a fire weapon buff to your sword. Don't use a regular weapon buff because it'll just cancel every time you use the weapon art. Anyways, another thing that we're going to be wanting is a replacement for our witch's ring if we ever get in the mood for it, which is the Ring of Manus. You might be wondering what the Ring of Manus does. Well, boosts all dark damage by 15%. The third thing that I said that we were gonna want is right up here. Yes, that is another shortcut. Guess where to? Well, if you read the thing, you know. The shortcut is straight to Yorshka. You start out with basically all the gestures. I don't know if it carries over from playthrough to playthrough. Like, if you get it in one playthrough, then you have it in all your playthroughs from then on. Or, like, what? But anyway. What we're gonna want is this. Adds 3 slots for spell attunement. We are not gonna end up being an int focused build. Technically, you could use this, but, like, don't. It's not gonna help you that much. But that ring, whenever we get our hands on it, I think I'm gonna go to Shrine for now. We're not done in Irithyll. But, yeah. Now, if you're following along with the video, then you can, you can basically do whatever you want at this point. We're basically done. I'm just gonna show you one last thing that I think you're gonna enjoy. And a warmth is a big one. I don't have any pyromancy tomes for you yet. Nothing with you yet. You can grab whatever out of these. These are gonna be your source of magic damage outside of a couple weapon infusions. But yeah. I guess I just forgot I didn't have anything for them to do currently. I wonder how many... Just one? Okay, cringe, but okay. Woo. How fun. I forgot that it needed two off the bat.
Let me see real quick how long I've been recording. An hour 14. I might as well make it an hour and a half, right, boys? Might as well make it an hour and a half. Let's give the people something that they'll enjoy. Why not, you know? Let's give the people something that they'll enjoy. Like a butt ton of money. You want cash? Irithyll's the place to go. Now, you can only do this once. Kind of twice, but you can only do this once. You want to backtrack through Irithyll. You want to go all the way to the beginning of Irithyll, actually. Technically, you could skip going backwards through Irithyll if you wanted to fight... Fudge. If you wanted to fight a Wolnir at this point, but no. Wolnir's actually a fairly hard boss in this mod. If you've never played the mod before and you don't know what's up with Wolnir, they changed a lot about him. They made him an actual boss, not just some bracelets you want to slap. Alright, boys, we're almost here. We're almost here at the beginning. Now, make sure that you have your silver serpent rings equipped. And, not going to be able to use... sorry. Can use that. Not gonna be able to use this. And you might notice some stuff's on the bridge. You might notice I just walked straight up on the bridge. Yeah, you don't gotta have the doll in order to get to the bridge. Also, yeah, there's a dragon. You're meant to come from that way and then hide behind the things. But if you want to, you can just not. Also, sorry if the video is currently laggy. Yeah, it's just gonna be laggy. But this right here is how you kill this dragon from a completely safe spot, and it won't even run away. It won't run away. You can just kill it from here. You're not meant to be able to kill it from here, but you can kill it from here. Fudge. I missed. And now we have over 100,000 souls. I told you you'd want money, right? There you go. Also, if you want to run and grab that greed elixir before you do it, go ahead. Another thing, if you want to do it to grind money, throw on that greed elixir, and then just sit down here. Stand up. Wait a minute. Sit down. Stand up. Wait a minute. Sit down. Stand up. Wait a minute. You don't even have to stand up for it to trigger. If you can hear the audio cue there. Yeah. So now we can level up as much as we want, pretty much. Let's see what the thing I was gonna do next was. I was gonna... pump this up to 19, I wanna say? Nah, probably not. Probably not. I'll bring that to 14. Bring this to 14. No. I'm not sure what I should invest in currently. I'll let you decide what you want to invest in. For me, I think I'm gonna pump vitality a little. Just a little. Not too much. Just to here. But then I'm gonna spend the rest on health, I suppose? Nah, spend the rest on attunement. And now we can go back to Distant Manor or Church of Yorshka, whichever you want to do. Rather, Merchant's Caravan. And yeah, there is a merchant there, but he sells stuff that's really overpriced. Like, some of the stuff he sells is 100k alone. I'm like, yeah, a lot of the stuff he sells is really nice, but like, that's so much money for Irithyll, you know? Also, yeah, it spawns you facing inwards, so turn around. Can I just say that I really like the Fire Witch armor design? They are so pretty. What? Something about foreshadowing? No. No, no, no. What would I be foreshadowing? I just like the way the Fire Witch armor looks. It would be great for me, myself, to have it, but hey, I don't, so, you know, what's the point? I'm just saying, it's a very pretty armor set. Up, 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 up. Now we should be safe, but what I'm gonna do here is look around. The only Pontiff Knight I see is you, so I'm gonna trigger you. Fudge. Aggro the other one on accident. Or not. Oh, no, I have. Fudge. It's kind of dumb that their shields can block it, you know? There is a bonfire past there, but there are 2 fire witches guarding it, so I am gonna open this up. Yeah. What? Well then. I don't know if you can hear it, but my dad is playing some really loud music with plenty of bass. It is very fun. That was a joke, by the way. Oh! Pain. No, stay down. I said stay down. Also, doing that is fun. Makes it feel very Sister Frida boss fight. You know? Burning church. So, let me explain a little bit of the lore to you real fast. Essentially, Pontiff is OP. And he basically caused everything that's going on in the Dark Souls 3 world. I have no clue what
the Convergence itself was. Um, but it sure was something. Anyway, um, anyway, Pontiff is one of the 5 Lords of Cinder. He takes his place on what would normally be Prince Lorien, or Prince Lothric's throne. Prince Lothric is shoved where Ludleth normally goes, and Ludleth is shoved in the back with Andre for being a merchant. Pontiff doesn't have his boss fight right here because he's so OP. No, he's the last one that you fight. He's the last Lord of Cinder you fight. I thought there was meant to be. I guess not. Uh, um. Yeah. Pontiff is fought after you fight all the other Lords of Cinder. There's a portal in Firelink Shrine that takes you to the Realm of Moonlight, where Pontiff resides. And he's got like a completely revamped, super cool boss fight that I really love. Um, I don't really need to be progressing through the area. I'm basically done. I'm just talking at this point. I was really only here to get the bonfire right there. Just know that if you can make it to Anor Londo up there, then out front the Frigid Wyvern will respawn, kinda? Considering that the one at the bridge didn't give you its soul, but if you kill it at the bridge, it won't show up at the second place it normally shows up. I guess either there are 2 Frigid Wyverns, which is not the case according to the lore, or just dumb coding things. You can fight the Frigid Wyvern at the top of the stairs and get its soul there, which you can then transform into a really cool curved greatsword. Very much a strength dex build. Very much a strength build with a side of dex weapon. But faith in for now. You can respec if you feel like it, but yeah. What was that one thing I was gonna go check? In my memories, not the wiki, of course. It'd be cringe to use a wiki. Okay, yeah. Okay. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, I remember now. I remember things, yeah. Oh, and I was here for one other thing. I was here, for one other thing. Forgot about that, yeah. Yeah, it's just right out the front gate, you know. Lordran Lightning Tome. That's not the real juicy stuff. Yep. It was foreshadowing. Good on you for noticing.
I will say I'm planning on making a part 2 that will show you how to get a lot of the rest of the items to make this build utterly busted. But for now, I think I'm just gonna grab one more item and then let it rest for now. I may make a part 3 to this, but I haven't even... What I'm planning to show you in the next part is essentially as far as I've gotten in my own run of this. So, you know. Travel. I'm gonna go back to Merchant's Caravan because I don't really want to lose 40k souls, because for being 2 bosses in, 40k souls is a lot, you know? Yeah, did you forget about that? We're only 2 bosses in. Aldrich could viably be your 3rd boss, and Aldrich is actually really easy with this setup. You just need to grind up enough of these to buy the detonation spell from the Covenant altar, and then, you know, just use that and this sword on him and he melts, because detonation is a stupid powerful spell. Like, it is genuinely almost not okay. Just gonna go back to the Shrine Bonfire because it's easiest, you know. Yeah, that's all for now today, boys. I hope you enjoyed part 1. Yeah. I'll see you in part 2 whenever I upload that. Wait, let me... I want to do this. I kind of want to sync it up. Wait, hold on. 3, 2, 1.